Will you accept me as monogamous?
I'm just having an identity crisis. This is not what I wanted for my life. I'm just sort of stuck.
Well, I don't know why she's stuck. We know that she's never, ever lived polygamy. This has been so frustrating for all of us SisterWives fans because we know for a fact, Robyn, like, what are you mourning? You have never, ever been a sister wife. And it's just so funny to me that this is somehow a revelation. No. Absolutely not, which is why we are going over all of the hypocrisy. This is what made me want to bring out one of the most epic, in my opinion, deep dives on the matter, diving into the past of how she never had to experience anything that the OG three wives experienced ever. So we're going to we're going to be going over how Robyn was never a sister wife because it's just a very infuriating history. And I don't know, I guess we need to remind Robyn and Cody about what's going on. Hey guys, welcome to the show. I am so glad to see you. I love all of my live chatters, my members, my mods, my replay watchers. Thank you for being here. For everyone that watched yesterday, just a quick bonus before we get into it. If you wanted to know the mystery of this, it is solved. If you know, you know. Wait till the end of the video to get more. But I have the answer. I told you that I would solve it. That we'll keep that towards the end. Okay, so let's just get into this. I thought that this would be fun for us to do together and just go down this rabbit hole, you know, as a group, as we do. And I forgot to buy YouTube Premium, so I'm sorry. We might have to be skipping ads together. I am so sorry about that. But yes, welcome everyone. I see you. Like number 45 is the highest bidder. I love it. Thank you so much, American Jane. And thank you for being a member too. Awesome. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. I love to see it. All right, let's get into this. Christine sat down in her confessional and declared one of the most epic, mic-dropping moments in the entire history of Sister Wives. In all of the 18 seasons, no statement has been more triumphant than this.
I don't think Robyn's a plural marriage, honestly. Because as soon as she came into the family, even before they got married, I just don't even want to go down the road.
Oh, don't worry, Christine. You may not want to go down that road. I get it. You don't want to rock the boat. But trust me, girl, we all do. And we're going to. But first, a public service announcement from a young, snarky, and recently married, twice married, Robyn Brown.
Living plural marriage is, you know, not something that is easy to do, that you just go out and just all of a sudden have these wonderful bonds with your sister wives. It's a lot of work.
It's not for amateurs.
Well, I guess so, Robyn. And guess what? Christine basically thinks that you are an amateur, even 12 years later. Hey guys, it's IQ, and today we are discussing Christine's epic and thought-provoking comment. Was Robyn ever truly living plural marriage? Was she ever truly a plural wife? It's a valid statement, and it's one worthy of discussion today. I mean, come on. This statement is coming from Christine, a woman who lived plural marriage for close to 30 years, who legitimately had to share a husband for all of those 30 years with two other wives, equally. So today, we're going to dig into Robyn's past to see exactly what Christine is talking about.
Okay,
I want evidence which can shed light on some of the... Hold on. Let me take it back. I am so sorry. I remember... I don't know how I did it. And I know I'm going to get it on this video too. They're going to be like, you didn't spell monogamous right. I know I didn't. Noted. I think I was in a rush. I will do better to spell check. I'm just saying that now. Let's keep going. The crucial factors that led to Christine making a really insightful claim. So on this video, we're going to rewind the clocks into it all from the beginning. Time to see all the examples that show Robyn living as a monogamist inside a plural family. We'll also touch on pretty popular theories and concerns that so many of my amazing viewers, subscribers, and channel members are discussing and pointing out So let's get into it.
Why is Amazon paying me $600 a day? Because I use Amazon AI.
Dang it. So humor me for a second. I get it. If you're watching this video, you obviously are a Sister Wives watcher and you're very well versed in the world of polygamy by now. However, listen, it sounds basic, but there is a method to my madness, and you'll see that in just a second, which is why we're starting back with the basics. What exactly is polygamy? The definition of polygamy is defined as being married to more than one person at the same time. That is the definition of polygamy. So keep that in mind when Christine made her mic drop statement.
I don't think Robyn's ever lived plural marriage.
Christine is basically stating that if Robyn never lived plural marriage, that means Robyn never lived polygamy, meaning when Cody married Robyn, the other 3 marriages basically ended at that moment or close to it. So let's talk about the cornerstones of what polygamous wives share in a religiously plural marriage. I mean, obviously, number 1, they share a husband, which also means they share their husband's time. And we can divide that into 2 equal parts when it comes to husband sharing. Basically, on one side, there's the partner time and intimacy, and the other side is time that the husband spends with their children. Now, aside from their husband, they also have to share family resources, aka money, for housing and food and clothing, etc. They have a tendency to share the rearing of the children. And I think that pretty much encompasses what each plural wife would have to share and experience when it comes to plural marriage. So let's look at these factors individually and dissect it. We're starting with intimacy. Robyn and Cody were spiritually married on May 22nd, 2010. And what we know about the OG3, we know that the intimacy side of all 3 of the OG3's marriages, the intimacy side, it's been pretty much in the toilet for quite some time.
Did the physicality go out? It's, I don't know, maybe a decade.
A decade ago?
Yeah.
This tell-all was filmed in September of 2022, which means that Mary talking about not being intimate for 10 plus years would place Mary's intimacy with Cody completely stopping less than 2 years after he married Robyn. And we also know things with Christine and Cody have been horrendous for years.
And it just became more and more apparent, and certainly the last few years, he just wasn't interested. He just wasn't. And we basically just had a non-intimate marriage completely. And we're like, we wouldn't even touch, we wouldn't even hold hands, nothing, not even hug, nothing.
And actually, that is a really good comment. Becky, I agree. Becky said, all Robyn ever really cared about was having the other wife's money to be the favorite preferred wife, the envy of others. Can I just say, I 100% agree with this, because what really is Robyn missing out on? Like, what is it? She's grieving and she's mourning what? I feel like Robyn in some weird way is like this exhibitionist. Like, I don't even know if that's the right word, but like she likes other people that are suffering and watching her in her greatness and glory. That's what it reminds me of. I remember when she was, do you guys remember when she was crying because the family couldn't get together over COVID because they couldn't watch her children open Christmas presents together? Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Even when Mary was there, she was like a few feet away from her doorstep. She lived right next to her. Never went over to visit her, didn't even text, let alone physically go to her house. Didn't text, didn't call, didn't invite her over to holidays. Like, the whole thing is absolutely insane. So what is she really missing out on? You're absolutely right. The only thing she's missing out on are their resources and the envy. You're right. And them being envious of her. Like, what really are you upset about, Robyn? Doesn't make any sense, but agreed. Good comment, Becky. She wants to what? Oh, I'm not sure. Okay. As Christine said, she likes drama. Yeah, true. Very true. Okay, let's keep going. Wait a second. Wait. Muted? Okay. Sorry, my bad. Did you guys even hear any of that? Sorry. Okay, let's go back here. Sorry. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Sorry.
2 years, he just wasn't interested. He basically just had a non-intimate marriage completely. And we wouldn't even touch, we wouldn't even hold hands, nothing, not even hug, nothing.
And actually, Christine said that it's been 10 to 12 years of bad.
It's been 10, 12 years of bad.
Well, guess what, guys? If we did that calculation, that would mean Christine is talking about exactly when Robyn came into the family. All right, I'm coming back in. I got to pause this here. Isn't that so interesting? Isn't it so interesting that that Christine's marriage ended pretty much, it's been bad for 10 to 12 years, and Mary hasn't been intimate for about a decade. Isn't that about the same amount of time? Guess where all roads lead back to? Huh. That's so interesting. It leads back to Robyn coming into the family, which means she's hoarding all of those resources. You see, polygamy, as we know it, you're supposed to be sharing resources, right? That's the really big part about polygamy. You're sharing everything. But that's not happening here. Mary already said that she hasn't, since Robyn came into the family, this family and their intimacy has gone to absolute shite. Let me see what you guys are saying. Twyla, hey, good to see you. Twyla said, I honestly believe it was Baldy Lock and Crybrow. Oh my gosh. The nicknames are just endless. Like, I love it. Sacred Covenant from 11-day honeymoon forward. Crybrows would be only intimate. Wait, let me go back. I feel like I'm not reading that right. I honestly believe it was Baldy Lock and Crybrows Sacred Covenant that from 11-day honeymoon forward, Crybrows would be only intimate in the relationship. That is why Robyn was so fine with polygamy. Could be. I know. You guys are so innovative with the nicknames. I'm telling you. You know what? That is a great point. That is a great. Well, actually, no. I know the answer to this. Do you know the answer? Actually, no, you don't know the answer because that's why you're asking. Okay. Here's why I believe that he got so many women. He knows how to play the game. He knows how to act. Remember, Christine was like, oh my gosh, he was so fun-loving. Like, he very much mimicked Christine's behavior. I don't know if you guys remember this, but when they first met, she was like, he's so fun and he's so gregarious and he's the life of the party and he's just a good time Cody. Kind of like how Christine is all the time, which is probably why she was attracted to him. And then what we didn't know is when he went back home, he was a complete ogre to his other wives. It was a nightmare back at home. Like, so he acts the part when he needs to, depending on who it is. That's why I feel like that's my guess on point. All right, let's keep going. This is just all of these marriages, including all of the intimacy, basically dwindled and failed to exist in a really short period of time after Robyn came into the family. So Christine already said, and we've heard it especially recently in the last few years again. Okay, let me, you guys are bringing up really good points in chat. Hold on. Okay, so Miss Molly, good to see you. Miss Molly said, didn't Janelle say the relationship was fine before COVID? And basically Lorianne she answered it for you guys. They were fine in the bedroom. So I think Janelle, I want to go back to what Janelle was fine with the relationship. Remember Cody just a few days ago was like, it was so disgusting. He was like, Janelle's not intimate in a emotional way. Like he had to clarify. Wait, no. Didn't he say something like Janelle's not good at intimacy? I mean, in an emotional way, which is so disgusting because it let us know what was going on. But like, we didn't know there was so much fireworks in the bedroom with them until what, last year or whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. But I feel like Janelle was fine with that level in the relationship. She got everything that she wanted out of it. She didn't need to be emotionally intimate with Cody. That was fine with her. And she even explained it in one of the previous episodes. She was like, listen, from day one, I knew that, Cody I wasn't going to be spending most of my time with him because he had to allocate himself in so many ways. So I got to spend more time at home. I got to be more independent. I got to really cater to my children and just spend time with them. And so that's kind of what I did. So she was fine with that level of intimacy. All relationships are different. All wants and needs are different. And with Janelle, she was fine, she was fine in that aspect. But anyway, all right. So I just wanted to clarify that. Hold on. Before I go, I just want to make sure you guys are Marsha. Let's see. Well, that's true. That's a good point, Dis. Dis said, I think Janelle is used to settling for fine. True. That is true. Ooh, Moto Mom. Thank you. Like number 77. I love it. You guys, please like the video. Wait a second. There's an imposter. We have 2 like 77s. I'm just joking. Thank you guys both. I appreciate both of you. All right, let's keep going. Family. We heard Cody trying to change the narrative and history of what we watched. The Grayson of the family had nothing to do with Robyn.
My relationship with is bad because of me and Christine, not because of Robyn.
But we all know that's just a bunch of rubbish. That's not true. Christine has been singing this exact same tune for years. In fact, this tune has been sung so often and so long, we've heard it basically since the very beginning of the show.
To me, I don't think Cody's very equal with his time. I think he caters to Robyn, to Robyn's needs, to Robyn's kids, to whatever Robyn needs. And I think that he's spending all of his time building up his and Robyn's relationship.
And it wasn't just the beginning of the show this was happening. It was all throughout. While Robyn was experiencing her dream of having a forever honeymoon type relationship, the other wives were experiencing essentially the cold shoulder. And it wasn't just Christine. It was Mary too.
Where mine and Cody's marriage started to disintegrate is actually when I was pregnant with Truly. I was overwhelmed with everything. I still had to produce some sort of income. So I was working at night, and Aspen in 5th grade was tucking the kids in bed at night.
Okay. I got to come back here. This part infuriates me to no end. It's like the wives, they lived a completely different, they were in a different universe than Robyn ever had to experience, ever. Can you imagine Robyn tolerating that from Solomon and Ariella? She would never allow what Christine is about to say to happen. Cody's ass would be handed to him on a platter. It's so sad to see the disparity between the lives of Robyn and her children and the OG3. So, Robyn, what is it? Why are you mourning again? What identity crisis? Hold on. We got to listen to this.
I'm just having an identity crisis.
What identity crisis? She's delusional. Absolutely delusional. Let's keep going to see what the... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Vanessa. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thank you for appreciating what I do. I appreciate you back. Thank you so much. I don't see the super sticker on here, but I'm sure it's beautiful because I'm on a different platform. But all right, so let's keep going. Let's see what she's suffering from and what she misses. Let's keep going.
10 years old, running the house. And I think that he's his and Robyn's relationship. And he doesn't realize that our relationship really isn't that great. And he needs to spend some time developing our relationship too.
And let's face it, you guys, it probably wasn't just Christine and Mary. It probably was Janelle as well.
He is still your husband, and the emotional intimacy and the physical intimacy has to go hand in hand.
Yep.
Is that something that
We're
you're
fine.
all working on?
Yeah, we're fine.
And that's why I wanted to ask if Cody filled her tank.
I think Janelle's like a wicked, awesome, strong woman, and I think she fills her own damn tank.
So as far as intimacy goes, and being a plural wife, Robyn basically had a monogamous, intimate relationship with Cody for the latter part of a decade.
You really are the only one that's having a fully functioning relationship with Cody.
All right, Gabby from Vegas. Let's go ahead and
I hate it.
Our brownie batter went back in.
So
Sorry,
let's
guys.
explore time, sharing time for a bit. It's basically time to talk about time, about prioritizing the quality time that the codester spends with each wife and their respective families. And from the beginning, Christine from day one has been saying that Cody caters to Robyn, to Robyn's needs, to her wants, to her kids, and really spending time building and fostering his new relationship with Robyn, while at the same time neglecting his other wives. So Christine talked about Cody prioritizing Robyn, and Robyn herself talked about how she likes catering to Cody.
So I do my other stuff when Cody's not around. When he's there, I prioritize. We sit there and we make each other the priority.
Let's date.
That's dating.
Oh my goodness, you're
Which I think,
Wait a second. Okay, I have something to say about this. Number one, hi Black Swan, good to see you. You know what? Looking back, Robyn, maybe this would have been good to make the other wives your priority. What about that? As you're sitting there boohooing and crying and grieving the past, how about some of the mistakes, which she never talks about any of her mistakes? How about she makes the other wives' children a priority? How about that? How about that? Maybe you wouldn't be in this situation. What do you think about that? Yeah. Very interesting. I love how she's gloating about this. You know, whatever. Where you put your time and attention is where things are going to flourish. And it was like a complete drought with the other sister wives. So look where it got you. You got exactly what you put into it. Exactly.
is absolutely wonderful. Good for you, girl. I'm glad that Robyn was able to get all of her stuff done when Cody wasn't around, which meant that she could just focus on him when he came over, just dote on him. Excellent. Good for you. But I think here's where the problem arose. When Robyn actually started gloating in front of the other sister wives, how this is how a relationship is basically done. How it's easy for a relationship to stay in the honeymoon stage as long as she, the woman, prioritizes her husband. That it is going to be as easy as 1, 2, 3.
I watched my mom and my dad have a honeymoon experience for years and years and years. And I just wanted to have this sweet experience in that relationship. That's what I want.
See, I think that's unrealistic. I'm so sorry.
I know she does. That's okay. You actually just create this really cool experience of being with each other. And then he goes and gets to go be with someone else he hasn't seen for a few days. And he's happy.
Okay, I'm going to come back here, but here's another theme. You know, it's so funny now that I'm going back and watching this, because I'm watching it like you guys are watching it as a viewer, and not like that I did the video because it was so long ago. So this brings up even more thoughts for me. But it's like listening to Robyn talk about this. If you just take the word Cody or take the word our honeymoon and put in and interchange it with my sister wives or our group, like the sister wives group, do you know how much more headway she would have made in actually establishing and being an actual good sister wife? Do you know what I mean? This is really fascinating on its own, because it just shows all of the deficiencies.
Not what I wanted for my life.
That Robyn has been, all of the deficiencies that Robyn's been doing this entire time. That's what it reminds me of. So interesting. So as you're hearing her talk about how she wants to big up Cody, how she wants to make him her priority and the best customer and all this nonsense. If the way that she's boohooing about these wives, she should have done that with them. I'm just saying. So think about that as she's talking about this. Okay.
There too.
The problem is, Christine's experience was anything but a honeymoon experience, and she didn't have the ability to wait on Cody hand and foot when he came home in the evening because guess what? On top of already being married to the man for 20 years and Christine being pregnant with their 6th child, on top of all of that, Christine was working at night. Yes, not having romantic nights by candlelight. She was working.
Where mine and Cody's marriage started to disintegrate is actually when I was pregnant with Truly. I was overwhelmed with everything. I still had to produce some sort of income. So I was working at night.
To not only pay the bills for their already limited resources, but also any additional resources for an extra wife with 3 extra kids and extra home, utilities, food, etc. Which is going to lead me on a side tangent here. We got to talk about sharing the workload for a second. The topic of work, the topic of income, plural wives and plural marriages would make me think that there would be some type of equal ground rules, equal footing, equal foundation of responsibility for all adults involved. But the more and more that we know about Robyn, the more fans learned that Robyn, by all accounts, does not have a job and hasn't for a very long time. I always thought that there was some sort of secret business or side hustle that she was in that she wanted to keep away from the public, especially because her public image is not the best. But one of her own family members spoke out about her career or lack thereof recently, and it came from no other than Gwendolyn Brown, Christine and Cody's daughter number 3.
Does Robyn have a job?
She runs the my sister wives closet thing. The funny thing is she makes her girls, or she, last I checked, she makes her girls
this is nice.
A lot of the work.
How? Please tell me, how is this sharing the burden of a family? How is this contributing to the family at all?
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Dang it. Stupid ads. I'm waiting to click off. And that's not the first that we've heard about Robyn and her lack of working. It's one thing to be a stay-at-home mom and a completely another thing to flaunt how you prioritize your shared husband when he comes over and while your pregnant sister wife had to work nights to help support the new mouths to feed as well. I don't know. Maybe the extravagant wedding ceremony and also the 11-day honeymoon, I'm assuming that they also had to help chip in and pay for, which we're going to have to talk about that in a second, because to me, this really solidified and created the foundation that the marriage to Robyn was different, that it was special. And this category is going to fall under sharing Cody's time, intimacy, and resources. Probably one of the most frustrating parts of the whole show is Cody talking about his grievances, about how hard it is for a new wife and a plural husband to get married because
Bingo,
all eyes
Megan.
are on them, and it's hard for him to be able to express his love because all the other wives are watching.
I feel kind of sad for a plumalist man on his wedding day, that it's almost impossible to fill an intimate relationship with your new bride. 12 years trivial. And I remember promising myself years ago that if I ever married again, I would celebrate, that we'd have a good celebration.
Yeah, I didn't want a big reception.
Yeah, I pushed that, but I didn't connect with my bride on our wedding day. I looked at Robyn and I said, how do you feel about the day? And she said, well, I missed you, but.
Well, I got to pause here. I'm already I feel like, I guess my blood pressure is rising and I got to let it out. Chat, help me out here. Here's Robyn and Cody boo-hooing about how basically benevolent they've been in a marriage that none of the other, well, Mary wanted it, but that Christine was completely, basically, just blindsided by. What? She's 6, 7, 8 months pregnant. This is not something that she wanted at all. And you're telling me that you didn't get to see your bride. Okay, fair. But the other 3 wives are going home having to share resources with another 3 children. And the day wasn't about them either. So what? Really? You guys are really trying to give yourselves kudos right now? I'm so infuriated. Thank you, Vanessa, for the super chat. Vanessa says, hi, can you please mention how Robyn was hitting Cody with her pen when Mary was saying how Janelle told her to what? To blank herself? It was when they were at the table for future deep dives or lives. Thanks. Wait a second. Wait. I got to read that again. Okay. Can you please mention how Robyn was hitting Cody with her pen when Mary was saying how Janelle told her to blank herself? Vanessa, I don't even know what you're talking about. Blank herself. Question herself? Is that what that meant? Wait, okay. I am so slow. What does that mean? Okay, Lady Imino gets it. I'm slow. You have to help me. Vanessa, thank you so much for the super chat, but I need someone to break this down for me. I'm slow. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you for being a member. Thank you for supporting the channel. That is the best ever. I so appreciate it. Okay, Vanessa, let me know. I am slow. You got to break this down for me. Can you please mention how Robyn was hitting Cody with her pen when Mary... So I'm assuming Robyn, Mary, and Cody were together. Is that the whole ring thing? The only thing I can think of is when they were all together. There were 2 times that Cody, Mary, and Robyn have been together recently, which was the put Mary in a barn dominium and the ring, the horse ring that Mary questioned, and then the finale of last season where they're sitting at the bench and Mary or Robyn's getting in Mary and Cody's business when they're trying to break up. What? I can't think of. Okay, you guys have to help me. When she drove in with the check for Coyote Pass this season. What? Oh my gosh. Thank you. So you were a member here and you subbed to the other channel. You're the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so what? Okay, when we need to watch this together. I missed that. Okay, Gwen said it was at the McMansion dining room table when they talked about paying off the land. And Mary, okay, got it. Oh, she was there. You guys are right. See, okay, it's coming back to me. Hold on. Let me go back to the comment again. Okay, so when they were talking about the land and paying off the property, I remember that. And Cody had basically forgot one of Mary's goals was to go to Europe. Okay. Yes, I remember that. Robyn hit Cody with her pen. Okay, but what's the part how Janelle told her to blank herself, question herself? What does that mean? I'm sorry. I need help. So let me know later on. I'm going to keep going, but this is a puzzle for me. Let us know in chat, you guys. But thank you. Thank you so much for everything. Okay, let me keep going. All right. Let's keep on keeping on.
It was successful because I think the whole family was happy and involved.
Why Cody couldn't just acknowledge, you know what? The other 3 wives have it way worse than us. And by the way, after this wedding day, they have to stay at home thinking about what we're doing while we go off and jet set and gallivant in San Diego on an 11-day honeymoon. While you guys sit back thinking.
All right, we're back. Okay, now we can, okay, the mystery is solved. Okay, so what she meant was when Janelle told Mary to protect herself in regards to assets. Okay, we're going back to this again because now I have a complete picture. Okay, so can you mention how Robyn was hitting Cody with her pen when Mary was saying how Janelle told her to protect herself? Okay, interesting. So you think that Robyn was basically like, hey, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Okay, I did not know that. Well, good point, and thank you for letting the group know. I feel so slow. I'm so sorry, but thanks. We figured it out together as a group. All right.
Thinking about what we're doing. Cody, all things are pretty much equal. So if they are so equal,
and you want to keep things this way, then why did you switch things up? Why did you do things so drastically different with the fourth wife? And I get that Kody wanted to have some personal time to further deepen his new relationship with Robyn, but he started and hasn't stopped since to continue to focus and build his relationship with Robyn. So that foundation as a family should have been spent bringing Robyn into the fold and spending most of those 11 days, not all, but most, as a family unit to.
Oh, all right. This is actually a really good, I like this. I like this. Maggie, really good point. Okay, so Maggie said, can we talk about how Robyn is the reason for Kody's curly hairstyle? She's the one who got him to do it in the first place, then probably stroked his hair ego. True. Isn't it? I could be wrong, so correct me. But didn't Mary like it when Kody would flat iron his hair and keep it shoulder length? And it was all, didn't she love that? And then I think Janelle liked it when Kody would slick his hair back, I think, from what I'm remembering. So even as far as sharing resources, the wives don't even get to choose, like, to have a preference for their hairstyles. It has to be what Robyn prefers. Like, my goodness, they can't even share in the hairstyles. You know? You're absolutely right, Maggie. Good point. Absolutely amazing point. All right, let's switch back over and let's
together, bringing the blended family as a unit together, not further apart. And that's not all, but it's going to make the other wives see the disparity in basically every of the categories we talked about. But for now, let's just go back to the category of time, because there's still more that we have to discuss. Because the other wives did start to see that they were being treated differently. And yes,
I don't ever see Kody walking with anyone else. But then again, I mean, it is just footage. But we see him spend so much time with this woman. Whatever. KM, hi. Thank you. It's good to see you. Thank you for being a member for so many months, not just here, but on the other channel. And KM says, hey, IQ, I consider this live as a birthday present tomorrow. Oh, the history revision is a strong one with this one. Well, happy early birthday. I hope that you have an amazing, amazing day. And that's so sweet that you think this is like a pre-birthday present. That's so sweet. And I feel honored. And I hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so much. All right, here's the thing. I can't take it. I can't take Kody. And Robyn, can we just hear her again? Okay, I just want to see her mourn and be sad. What is she crying about? She's having an identity crisis, you guys. Let's just go back to this. I need to keep playing this because it reminds me. I'm trying to go, it's so delusional. I'm trying to snap myself back into reality because she's trying to gaslight us and paint a different picture. Maybe she's gaslighting herself. Let's just go back to this. Oh, let me go back. Oh my gosh, come on.
Having an identity crisis. This is not what I wanted for my life.
What are you talking about? It's the exact same. What you and Kody have now with him always being over and spending all of his time and resources, it's the exact same. What are you mourning? Stop it. Just stop crying. Stop it. Ugh, so infuriating.
We've already heard from Christine. But it also happened with Mary basically right after Robyn and Kody were spiritually wed.
I see how you're being so sweet all the time. And I'm just wondering, is it really doing you any good? Mary, he hasn't gone out of town with you all of last year. You didn't get a birthday or an anniversary. I'm sorry.
Last year, you're right. It was just bad timing.
There was a time when, at least according to Christine, Kody handled plural marriage well. And guess when that was? It was before Robyn showed up to the family.
Well, Kody and my relationship used to be easy. I realized that I was just special to him. How he would behave to me was just very open and very loving, and I felt very special. At the same point, I think that he was doing his best to have Mary and Janelle feel special as well. And I think that he was balancing the three of us quite well.
So let's talk about this balancing act that Kody has been doing with the OG3 in comparison to Robyn. And has he really been balancing his time well? It is that, yes, we all know that Cody's absolute horrible job at pretty much neglecting his family for the 2 to 3 years that they went through the pandemic. And by the way, it's not just Christine that's doing all of the complaining, because we've also heard it from Janelle.
When COVID happened, the relationships with my children, my boys especially, really broke down. And I think that kind of opened the door for some of the older complaints to start coming up again.
Mentioned the older complaints again, obviously a reference to complaints that were long before COVID. So what were those complaints? It was all having to do with time, not just from the wives, not just from Christine, not just from Janelle, but from their children. And Janelle's boys, they noticed it too.
My boys feel like there's been a definite favoritism and preference on time and energy poured into the different households.
This very theme is probably the cornerstone to Christine's complaint and observation about Robyn never having experienced real polygamy, never really having had to share a husband, because this husband was pretty much always with her. And you know what? There is even more to talk about when it comes to the equally divided time, because in all actuality, it isn't just about the amount of time spent. So the quality of time spent, and actually being there, being physically present, being involved, knowing that that person, your husband, their father, wants and desires to be there with you, to spend time with you.
Wait a second. I gotta go back. Thank you. Thank you, My Take on Reality. Thanks for being here. IQ is breaking us down like a chair at a picnic. That's so funny. That's hilarious. That made me laugh. Thank you. Thank you for that. Welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, we are just hanging out here, going over Robyn, being infuriating as always, but it's just baffling. So that is what we are doing. James, that's what we're doing. So welcome. Okay. Oh no. Gabrielle said, is anyone experiencing crackling when she plays the video? Is that going on? Let me know. Maybe I need to refresh it. Put a 1 in the chat if there's crackling. Put a 2 if you don't hear it. Let me know. Yes, what? Yes, you hear crackling? 1 that you hear crackling? What the heck? Okay, let me try to refresh it then. Okay, hold on.
Just sort of
weird. Okay, let me go back. Okay, we're at 1834. Hopefully, the only thing I can think of is that I refresh this. And hopefully that helps. All right, let's try it again. Okay, I see you guys. Okay, let's see if this helps. Hopefully this is better.
It isn't just about the amount of time spent, but it's also the quality of time spent, and actually being there, being physically present, being involved, knowing that that person, you're
Yay, I'm back. Okay, let's try. Let's try it again. If this doesn't work, I don't know what else to do. So let's try this. Let's see if it works.
Accept.
Okay, let's see here. Please don't crack, snapple, and pop on me. Let's try this again.
your husband, their father, wants and desires to be there with you, to spend time with you, that enjoys being in your presence. It's something that both Christine and Robyn wanted and demanded of Cody. And it's odd to me that he can understand and sympathize and listen when Robyn demands it of him, but not Christine. Look at how involved Cody is. when he goes over to Robyn's.
Hi.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. I heard the snap, crackle, and pop. I don't know what else to do. Like, I restarted it. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm so sorry. What do you mean no audio? Wait a second. What do you mean no audio? I'm so confused. I can hear it. Can you guys hear? Is it just 49ers that doesn't have any audio? You can hear. Okay. No 49ers. You should be good. Okay. You can hear. I think we're good. All right. Sorry for the hiccups. Let's keep going.
How are you?
Hi, princess. How are you?
Even though Cody's only there 1 out of 4 nights, he's actively involved when he's there. He's 100% there for Solomon, for Dayton, Aurora, Brianna, and I. And I love him for it.
Hi, little boy. Give me a smile.
We don't want to hear that.
Hi. Hi, there's a smile.
His behavior not only came from him miraculously changing on his own, it was something that Robyn demanded of him from the beginning, even before she had children with him. A promise that he was going to be an involved and present husband and father.
He's got 16 other children, 3 other wives, and so I really want to know that he would be involved. And I know that he's got a demand on his time, and it's not like he has to be over at my house all the time. There's no way. But it just like the idea that when he was there.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's hilarious. Well, that's what he's doing now. That's where he is all the time now. So wait, let me just go back. Let me tap that back. What exactly did you say? What did you say?
And father.
He's got 16 other children, 3 other wives, and so I really want to know that he would be involved. And I know that he's got a demand on his time, and it's not like he has to be over at my house all the time. There's no way.
Wow, what a farce. That in itself, we could just throw out example after example after example of basically how she helped to manifest this. I mean, it's not just her, it's Cody as well. They're both willing participants, but them as a power, you guys hate when I say power couple, the perceived power couple, they're powerless now, but still, this is so frustrating. It's so frustrating. What are you guys saying? Darlene, hold on a second. Thank you for this super chat. Play my favorites tonight, Monty Python and Devil Cody. Okay, I will add it to the list. Thank you, Darlene. And Shanna B, thank you for being a member again. I know you have before, so good to see you back, girl. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Okay, so Maggie says, the second Solomon needed a diaper change, Cody's run right over no matter whose house he was. Yeah, I mean, probably. Self-appointed power couple. Yeah, true. Delusional couple. The delusional couple. Should we just leave it at that? All right. Yeah, there is a slight snap, crackle, pop. I'm sorry, you guys, but I don't know what else to do. Let's just keep persevering. And if you want, just go to my main channel and watch the deep dive there if like you can't take this. All right.
But it just like he was there, and I wanted his interest to be there. I wanted him to be actively involved.
I've said it once, and I'm going to say it again. It's amazing, Robyn. Good for you. You should have an involved husband. You deserve that. And you also deserve an involved father for your children. There's nothing wrong with you demanding that of Cody. The problem is Christine had this problem with Cody basically forever. Let's start with one of the earliest times that she had this complaint. Of course, this promise that you're about to hear from Cody comes with conditions because, of course, with the OG3, he can't just unconditionally love them. No. He has to put conditions on his love. This time, he is swinging a dangling carrot about the promise of being more present in the wives' lives if they agree to move into one big house together.
I want to say, so that I get my wife's support on this, that I vow to be centered and present when we move.
You promise that you're going to give more centered, focused time if we all live together.
I will be present.
But of course, we know that didn't happen. Here is Christine. She doesn't have the opportunity to have one-on-one honeymoon quality time. Not sure if she was still working nights at this point, But here she is making dinner for the entire family. Not just her family, Robyn's family, Janelle's family, Mary's family.
Lie
all four
detectors,
families
lies,
are
lies,
coming
lies.
over to her house. She's cooking for them to do, of all things, celebrate Robyn.
We're having family dinner over here tonight, and we haven't found out whether or not Robyn's having a boy or girl, and it's driving us all crazy. Yeah.
Where's Glenn Howard? Yeah.
Robyn's house. You want to go get her?
Yeah.
Okay, go get Robyn's and her kids.
I gotta stop this. Thank you, Deanne. Deanne Johnson said, IQ, James, and Sarah should do a live. Hey, I'm up for it. Sign me up. Thank you, Deanne. I appreciate the super chat and the suggestion.
Father, it is time to wake up. Christine.
Cody still doesn't seem all that involved at her house. The difference is actually staggering to compare. And that's just a few instances way back then. Fast forward 12 years later, and Christine is still, our girl is still singing the exact same tune, complaining about the exact same thing, begging to have an equal seat at the table with Cody's one and only true love and only legal wife. Cody's relationship with Robyn, his one true love, his soulmate, his one monogamous relationship.
Freaking being your wife for years. It has been heartbreaking when I asked you for help, and I still ask you to help, and I ask you to be a partner, and I ask you to be here. And you're not. You're not. I don't care what you say.
Cody can blame this all he wants on COVID and further blame it on Christine and Janelle for further alienating him from his children and their lives, but they know the truth, and we know the truth. Christine knows it, Janelle knows it, their kids know it, and so do we. This has been a problem that we have all seen basically from day one. This supposed polygamous man and his newest supposed polygamous wife are basically in a relationship with each other, and the others seem to be an accessory to their needs, a supporting role. If Robyn and Cody were the lead actors and characters in a movie, Christine, Mary, and Janelle, they would be co-stars. Actually, no, they would be extras in the movie, not even co-stars, and not even part of the union. It's wrong, and it's horrible to see.
I see you being this amazing husband, this amazing dad who cares, who helps in the home, who spends so much time there that the kids are so secure with you.
We also have to talk about the rearing of the kids, because with the OJ3, there was a...
No, I do remember this. James, with my take on reality, said, remember the breaths episode when Cody wanted to put the wrestling mats in Christine's house? He bribed her with spending more time at her house then too. Oh, that breaks my heart. I do remember that. I did not remember the bribe, but now I'm gonna have to go back and find that, because that's disgusting. That's what he does. He dangles those stupid carrots, and everything with him is, there is this strategic reason that he's doing, asking, being, except with, well, actually, I guess with Robyn too, but it's just, that's a whole nother level. Very interesting, James. Thank you for that. It's just add it on to the list of Cody being a complete conditional love mongerer. I can't with him.
The community. It was a group collective in order to make the family function successfully. And it seems like Mary worked, Janelle worked, Cody worked, and Christine on occasion would work nights. And during the day, Christine was also the caretaker to the children.
My mom's and kids have always been very, very close. Christine would stay at home and kind of do all the cooking and stuff. And then my mom was almost always working.
With the old dynamic, there seemed to be some sort of give and take. You work and you get childcare, give and take. You give childcare and you get some of your resources paid, another give and take. There was an even distribution of sharing the load. But what's interesting about the new family dynamic after Robyn came into the family is that there seemed to be a new role assigned to only Robyn that was completely different, completely new than any one of the other ladies. For Robyn, for whatever reason, it was no longer a give and take role. It seemed to be a take and take and take role. The family had to assume a large amount of previously unpaid debt that Robyn carried out from her other relationship they had to handle, and she also wasn't helping to take care and raise any of their children. Janelle and Christine still had very young children on their own. And Robyn also wasn't helping to bring in any new income because from all accounts, she does not have a job. So Robyn came into the family and never established any type of bond with the kids that are necessary in order to form those deep, personal, long-lasting, and meaningful relationships. And if the family was really so important to her, which she always says she's always about family, when I say family, I'm not just talking about Cody and her own biological children. I'm talking about the family as a whole. And maybe all of the quality time that she was saving for Cody when he would come home for her to always continuously and endlessly have a magical honeymoon type relationship. Maybe just a portion of that time could have been instead spent on cultivating and growing some type of relationship with the other OG3 children.
Attention retirees, if you're willing to be at your computer from
We don't want to hear you.
Have all kind of still had a bond, and despite what's going on, we all still, cherish that relationship that we have.
Robyn always cries that the family didn't include her in the fold when she came into the family, but from all accounts, Robyn pretty much from day one separated herself from the family that she supposedly wants so badly. In particular, when it came to childcare and the rearing of children. Case in point, we all of us know about the infamous Sister Wives nanny by this point.
What does the nanny do?
But none of the other wives ever had nannies. There was always a wife there to help raise the children. All of the children. And we are all still baffled by the fact that if she does not work, then why does she need a nanny? And why hasn't this question been asked in any of the tell-alls? Please, TLC, there are some questions that we need answered, and that is one of them. Robyn, do you work? Robyn, can you dispel the rumor about you never having a job? And it would be an easy and simple question to just wrap this up and let us know the entire situation. Because from what it seems like, it doesn't make any sense that if Robyn's not working, then she could have helped out with the childcare like some of the other wives, given some of the other wives more of a break, like pregnant Christine at the time. Help Robyn help foster those relationships. Instead of including herself into the family, it seemed like, at least by her actions,
I'm coming in hot. Hold on a second. This piques my interest. Victoria said, if Robyn wanted a pearl family, she should have let the other wives help raise them. That's true. That is true. Sorry. No, I agree with that. That didn't pique my interest, but it's a great question or to comment, Victoria. You're thinking just like I do. This is it. I didn't know this. Megan, this is piquing my interest. Okay, Megan said she didn't want the OG3 to even watch her kids when she was on that long of a honeymoon. I didn't know that. This is news to me, or I just forgot it. But that's very relevant. I don't know how I missed that. Can you guys confirm this? When did Robyn say? Because I thought that because I remember that they did watch the kids, though. I do remember that they were watching the kids. They went to like this camping site. And I remember Peyton was like having an argument with, I think, Brianna, and she took his seat as they were roasting marshmallows. This is new to me. Is this true? Or did you misremember? Or do I not remember? Did this happen? Or did Robyn say it? I'm super confused. Wait a second. What? Melinda says, nope, her mom watched them? What? Wait a second. But they took the kids out. Okay, so did the OG3, when we saw that scene, because they were talking, I remember this, they were sitting in lawn chairs. It was Janelle and Mary and Christine, they were sitting in lawn chairs. They had brought all the children to like the woods, some wooded area, and Robyn's kids were there, and they wanted them to bond. So are you telling me that the wives picked the girls, well, the children up from Robyn's mom just for that event and then dropped them back off? How did I not remember this? Hold on a second. Really? They just took the kids for the picnic? Yes. Mom watched them? No. Okay, so this is all confirmed. Yes, there's a scene. Robyn said her kids will be more comfortable with her mother. Shut the hell up. Not really, not literally, Wisco. What I'm saying is, good point. That is really what I meant. Are you kidding me? Whoa. Okay, I need to go back then because that's absolutely egregious. So here she is sitting here talking about how she has to wait a second. Oh my gosh, I have so much going on in my head right now of Robyn saying that she's begging to have these children be integrated, and she's not even trying herself on day one. That is insane. That would be the perfect time. So hold on a second. I got to step this back. Now this is kind of mind-blowing. I'm going to have to go find that because, okay, you know what? Let's pause it. Here's what doesn't make sense to me. Here's what doesn't make sense. So you're telling me that Robyn knows that it's time. She has 14 days to spend quality time with her husband to build a foundation in the beginning of their relationship. But she doesn't want the same with her children to establish that amount of time with basically their mothers. They were supposed to be. That would have been a perfect foundation for so many reasons because after, yes, would it be awkward that first day, second day, third day? And of course, they're going to miss mom from the second she leaves. But after that second, third, fourth day, do you know what an impactful time that those 14 days would have been for the children to really know what it's like to just live with the other parents? That would have formed a bond that would have been unlike any other. Really being able to put the walls down because the kids would have had to depend on them, and it would have established a completely different dynamic than Robyn being there and they can just go to mom. The fact that she didn't see that is insane. Wow. Well, thank you for bringing that up. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, let's keep going. Wow.
Wanted to stay separate. And Christine even made it a point to express that she really appreciated the effort that Janelle gave to her for always involving Christine in her children's lives.
Janelle has always been super, super generous with her kids. I've been involved in all of the big things in Janelle's kids' life.
And that is an important part of plural marriage because according to Christine, this plural wife who has lived this lifestyle for over 30 years, a wife who makes an effort to actually be an involved mother to the other children, it's an important part of having a successful plural marriage. And it's easy to get holed up in your own house, doing your own thing, instead only thinking of yourself instead of the big family. Case in point, there was a time when Mary she heard.
Stop it here. Okay, thank you, Darlene, for the super chat. Darlene says, can we please state facts? Cody didn't make Robyn follow family rules and dynamics. He was being a little bee and bowed down. He made the others fall in line. I mean, Darlene, you tell it like it is. Can I just say, is Darlene telling any lies? Listen, no lies detected. Very true. Thank you for the super chat.
Hurt her foot. And she was like skiing and she hurt herself on the ski trip. So she was essentially at home on bed rest, not really able to get up. So she asked her sister wives if they could come over and help her. So listen to when Robyn got the news, how Robyn handled the situation.
Cody was skiing?
and hurt her knee really bad. She texted and she was like, "Can somebody help a sister wife?" I just felt really bad because they really couldn't come over there with, 4 sick kids. I think Christine's been over there checking on her and stuff like that. I just felt bad I couldn't go over there, but not really much help right now.
Okay, I'm going to give some fair points here because, Robyn, you've never really been much of a help to the family. So here's the thing. I get it. All of her kids were sick. And I wouldn't be surprised if she thought, you know what? Probably the best thing to do is basically quarantine her kids to not get the other members of the family sick, right? Fair point. But we are talking about a huge polygamist family here. If Christine was watching like 10, 14, 20 kids at a time all together, do you really think that there's times that these kids were not sick? I'm sure that there's been protocol about this situation.
Okay, so we'll get into this later because it's going to be a topic on its own, but I feel as though Robyn didn't want the reason that she now that I know this, I can't believe I didn't realize that before, but I feel like the reason that she made sure that her kids were at her mom's house is so that they didn't create that deep bond. And the thing is, she reminds me of, it's just this level of narcissism where it's not necessarily that she doesn't want them to form bonds with the other wives, but she doesn't ever want it to be better than her own bond or for the kids to compare themselves to the other moms. And I think having that much time would have put her at a disadvantage to where she wants to be, like in control of her children's lives and her children not really trusting the other wives, her being number one in everything. Like the way that she is with Cody is the way that she is with her children. We'll get into it more. I'll break it down a little bit more later, but wow. Oh, wow. I'm still reeling from that, honestly. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Before, with being that much family all the time, I'm pretty sure that their immune systems are insanely strong. Not just the kids, but the parents included. They're probably rock solid. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's why Peyton mentioned this.
Robyn's had COVID. They've all had COVID now.
Sorry, we'll go back to that in a second, but this is a really excellent point. Twyla says, Robyn, wash your hands, let the nanny watch your kids, and go help Mary. Agreed. Like, so if Robyn really, like, let's just go back. Let's see her boohooing. Oh, I'm so sad. If she had treated the other wives like her best customers as well, because remember, this is supposed to be a plural marriage where sister wives are equally as important as the husband. It's supposed to be, correct? You're supposed to be one big family. You're married to all of them, right? So, I mean, I get it in a different way. I don't know, sister wife marriage. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying. You guys are all the same part of a family. You guys have your own clot of rings. So that means something. So why don't you nurture the relationship in the same way that you nurtured your relationship with Cody? This is like, so if Cody was sick, would you have gone to see him? Because you're changing a diaper or whatever and whatever. Would you go and see him? I think so. I think so. If the roles had been reversed, and let's say Truly was being integrated into Robyn and Cody's family, and they could have had 14 days with her in the beginning, especially now that there's like a breakup. Do you know how impactful those 14 days would have been if Truly had to stay with Cody and Robyn for 10 to 14 days while Christine, I don't know, was doing something else in another state? That's a long time to bond. These are things like, I don't think Robyn would have had a fit over it. She would have had a fit. And she would have talked about how it was for the betterment of the family and all of this. It's not about the individual. It's about the betterment of the family. Well, then how is that for the betterment of the family? It seems very individualized to me. So, Robyn. Okay, let me tap this back so that we can see what Peyton is talking about from the beginning. Let's tap it back.
Not just the kids, but the parents included. They're solid. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's why Peyton mentioned this.
Robyn's had COVID. They've all had COVID now. They got very, very, very sick. Sicker than most people get.
It's because their immune systems are terrible.
So all that to say, I don't know if Robyn even had a plural mindset here. And yes, this is only one example, but I feel it speaks to how she generally handles things. It seems like it's all about her kids first, and the rest, they'll figure it out on their own. In a plural family, maybe the other wives, I don't know, could have helped out with her entire situation with being sick. Maybe they could have come over and helped. In addition, maybe one of the other wives could have covered you while you go and check out the well-being of your BFF and the OG sister wife that helped you get into the family in the first place. You're ride or die cheerleader.
Wow. Sorry, this is amazing. We got to tap this back. Becky, excellent question. This is the question of the night. I wish I had thought of it. This is brilliant. Becky said, can anyone name one single time that Robyn stepped in to help the other wives with anything? Can you guys think of it? Chat, let me know. Replay watchers, put it in the comment section. I have one, but it's a partial because it never happened. And that doesn't count anyway. It kind of reminds me, if anyone watched Wicked, it reminds me of Glenda. Okay. Anyone that watched Wicked will understand this. When Robyn, she offered, but it never happened. She offered that she would be a surrogate for Mary's baby. So it never happened, but that's like the kindest gesture that I can think of right now. Okay, let me go to chat. I'm blabbing over here. I want to see what you guys are saying. Hold on. Let me go back. Do we have any examples? Love this. Gwen is like number 158. We're getting up there. Thank you. What like number are you? Okay, I appreciate that. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, I gotta hold that one. I see you. Hold on. She stepped up to design ugly jewelry. No, Coffee Nebula. I'm sorry. I got to push back a little bit on that one because that was her idea. She basically, I don't know if you're trolling or what, but she basically kind of guilt tripped Mary into not going to college so that she would stay and help her with the business, which was her idea. And Janelle always thought it was a stupid idea. My Sister Wives closet was no one else's creation but Robyn's. So I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Coffee Nebula. Love the name, by the way. Okay, let's see. Mika said she offered to help knowing it wouldn't be accept. Wait, what? Oh, yes. Exactly, Mika. Let me see. Does anyone, I know we're going back into the think tank here. Let's see. The offer was fake. Yeah, I kind of agree. Robyn helped. Okay, wait. I feel like there's going to be so many trolling comments and snarky comments, but we're here for it. Okay. Sarita said Robyn helped the sister wife. I knew it was coming from you, Sarita. Robyn helped the sister wives lose their husband. Okay. Fair. Okay. You know what? Factually, that does answer the question. Even though it's a negative. I love it. She helped end their marriage. Sarah D. Oh my gosh, you guys are so shady. She stepped in to help. They're funny. Oh my gosh. You guys are so wrong. You guys are so snarky. No, for real. Do we really have any? I'm being dead ass serious. Do we have one that's for real? The one serious one that I can think of, like I said, even though it was a Glenda moment, she did offer. She did offer that she would be a surrogate for Mary, and I think that's about it that I can think of. That is the question of the year. I'm coming back to that one later. Wow, what an amazing, epic question. That was awesome. Thank you for that. Let's keep it going. Wow. That could be, we could do a whole live just on that.
It seemed like it was an afterthought. So listen, it's like she's on this island onto herself and the others can fend for themselves. Because it's hard to say if this is standard protocol or not in their family when it deals to sick kids. And here's the thing, at least with the relationship dynamic with Christine and Janelle, they together worked as a team and they helped both of them as a duo co-parent both of their sets of children. And even all these years later.
Okay, whoa. Okay, I just thought of something. Hold on, where is that? Where is that comment? Oh my gosh. Where is it? SC. Okay, you just kind of opened up Pandora's box. Now my mind is blown. SC says, I'm happy the surrogacy didn't happen. Now, okay, you know what? Maybe that's what we're going to have to do next. I think we're going to have to go back to that. You guys, listen, there's so much that we still have to go over this week. So at some point, because we got to talk about that quilt and Mary probably tomorrow. There's still a lot. There was so many nuggets that were dropped in the last episode. So we got to get to all of that first. But after that, mark this down because think about this. I think, Essie, and I don't know if you were going here with this, but as soon as you said that statement, I immediately thought about what Cody said in this last episode. Well, no, it wasn't Cody. It was Mary that said that Cody told her, you've made my life hell for 20 years, and the next 20 years is going to be hell, so just deal with it. That had happened before, I'm pretty sure. Because she said right at the cul-de-sac. So yeah, it happened when Mary was going through that whole surrogacy thing. That's what Cody had told her. Who in their right mind would want to bring a child into the world with that? So we're going to have to look at it in that lens. Holy shite. I didn't even think. See, that just changes the whole dynamic again. Just like how we went back and saw the whole purity thing and how it's in a different lens. That whole thing is going to be looked at in a whole unhealthy, different lens. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Holy moly. All right.
Later, Cody might be pissed after years and years of basically neglecting his family and prioritizing one. Basically, Christine and Janelle, without the help of an involved husband for years, they instead did the co-parenting together.
Have you ever been a team with me? Have we ever co-parented? Your co-parent was Christine. Why?
Because Cody, you were never available. Never been.
That is such a lie.
This same theme from the wives have been there since the beginning, for years. And whenever this grievance is brought up to either Robyn or Cody, they flat out deny it.
It's such an excuse.
Favoritism.
That's every excuse every polygamous woman that finds a problem with it makes.
It is never acknowledged. Instead, they fight it. But here's the thing. Christine has undeniable proof that she has been screaming this from the rooftop from the very beginning, that this is basically no longer a plural family. And get this, when Christine made that bombshell statement about Robyn never experiencing plural marriage, she actually expounded upon the matter even more before she stopped herself. But she gave us enough information before she did for us to know exactly what she was talking about.
I don't think Robyn's ever lived plural marriage, honestly. Because as soon as she came into the family, even before they got married.
And even before Robyn came into the family, before they got married, Christine still saw a huge problem that was arising from within the family and the difference in the way Cody was completely changing all of the traditions that the plural family once had.
Okay, we'll get into that in a second. Christine knew from day one. Christine, gosh dang it, this woman, she sensed it from the beginning. She knew what was coming. She's the OG. Thank you, Local Art Witch. Good to see you. Local Art Witch said Robyn would never have allowed Mary to actually have that baby once it was born. Can you imagine the further heartbreak? Yeah, I can't even imagine the stress. Like, I can't believe that Mary was even contemplating it after Cody said that. No. That's just sick. Yeah, that's absolutely sick. Thank you so much for the super chat. Weirdo. No, Cody's a weirdo. Mary that's heartbreaking.
I think he's gone way too much. Going down to see Robyn is tearing us apart a bit.
The family was optimistic that things would get better. Janelle even subtly hinted that there were some hiccups in the road, but since the three wives had come together before, that she really thought that this time would be successful too, that there would be another successful merger. She put her faith in Cody, that Cody would treat this new wife equally and continue to be an involved husband and father, and that things would eventually get better.
I've been courting Robyn for 4 months. Did you see your dad?
We've been here before. We know what the outcome will be. We have a fabulous relationship. We know that when we get through this, we'll end up with even a bigger, cooler family going on.
HoneyBook completely changed how I do business. I'm a photographer. And
We don't
independent
want
business.
to hear you. All right.
Unfortunately, things never did. Christine predicted it correctly all the way back in the beginning. She had a feeling about how Cody was treating the family. She tried to warn Cody back then that things did not seem right and that he needed to change the way that he was treating Robyn differently from the very beginning. And her warnings were basically
Wait a second. Okay, let's pause that because I like this. Okay, Megan says Cody said he would make her life miserable for decades. He was never going to help Mary's hopes to have another child. Surrogacy was probably the carrot he dangled in Mary's face. Like, how can you? Yeah, that is so sinister. Putting a new lens on everything that we just learned is, can you imagine the things that we don't know? This is disgusting, to be honest with you. And not only does she stay and endure it, but yeah, to even contemplate that, oh gosh. Wow. All right, let's keep going.
brushed aside.
And you can't leave your family. Here you are replacing your family with Robyn and her kids.
If you are a polygamist and you have 4 wives, but there's only one that you're ever constantly around, there's only one that you're only ever presently engaged with one family, what do you expect is going to happen?
I left Cody because I could see he had favorites. Well, when you have a wife that's a favorite, your other kids are going to see, and they're going to have a hard time with that. It doesn't mean they don't accept her, but they don't accept her as much as Cody did then, I guess.
Christine's shocking and eerie words about Cody replacing his family with Robyn's indeed actually came true. In fact, Cody has basically lived a monogamous lifestyle with Robyn since day one, which is exactly why Christine believes that Robyn has zero idea what it's like to actually be a plural wife, to live the plural wife lifestyle, because Robyn has never actually had the experience of sharing a husband. She doesn't have to share the workload. She doesn't have to share his time. She doesn't have to share the time with his children. She doesn't have to share his heart. All of those are all hers. So here's the crazy part. Basically, Cody acknowledged that he does manipulate the situation and his duties by working things out in the marriage, by playing around with the divided time. If he doesn't feel like working things out or being around another wife, he will use another wife, aka Robyn, and spend more time over there. He actually admitted it. Maybe he was just having a consciousness of thought because he was hanging out with his bros and let it slip. I'm not sure, but it did happen.
Polygamy, literally, it could be a gift where it dilutes personality. But if I'm married to this woman and she's really cantankerous or I don't enjoy her, but I can't leave, it'd be nice to have another wife because then I can get away from her for a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Is that not quintessential Cody? That's Sister Wives in a nutshell. That 5-second clip. That's pretty much what we've seen for what? What season are we on? 19? 19 seasons is him getting away from other wives. That's basically it. I saw a question up here that I wanted to answer. Where is that? It was the dumb question alert. Not what I say. Oh, here it is. Twyla said, stupid question alert. Was Robyn going to provide eggs for Mary, or was she going to carry the baby for Mary? I'm pretty sure that what she meant was be a surrogate by carrying the baby, and it was Mary's egg. Mary and Cody's embryo is what I believe that they were talking about. I'm pretty sure, like 90%, 98% sure that that's what it is. Chat, confirm or deny in the chat. You guys have final say, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right.
And I love what Mary heard about what Cody said, and she's absolutely correct. She inadvertently called him out for not being a good leader because he wasn't looking at the family as a whole, and basically he was only thinking about himself. Shirking your responsibilities as a father and a husband, not really a good look.
Thank you,
especially
Melinda.
when you have 4 families, dude.
That kind of comment just makes me want to vomit. Maybe you should look at the whole big picture then in a situation like that and figure out how you can work together and be together instead of using somebody else as an escape.
Oh my gosh. Mary used the perfect phrase here. And she's absolutely correct. Cody really did use Robyn as an escape. But we know 1, 2, 3 of the wives that he wasn't hanging out with. And Cody will try to blame this all on COVID, that it only happened because of the disagreements with COVID. But you've already seen here already all the examples that show how the coaster has been at his escape house pretty much ever since his very last marriage began.
It'd be nice to have another wife because then I can get away from her for a little bit.
They've always been hers. Anything less than Robyn and Cody acknowledging the disparity and unfairness in the other relationships is a slap in the face to the other women, and it's truly insulting for you to be that self-involved that you don't realize that ultimately monogamy won. It's just baffling. There is so much more that happens.
All right, so that's basically Robyn in a nutshell. So let's just go back to this one more time because we gotta seriously, we gotta play this out. So everything that we saw, let's listen to Robyn again.
Will you accept me as monogamous?
Biggest farce ever. You guys have always been monogamous. Stop it. We just saw evidence of that.
I'm just having an identity crisis. This is not what I wanted for my life. I'm just sort of
whatever. This is ridiculous. Gigi, thank you for the super chat. Gigi said, I think Christine also meant that Robyn never experienced plural marriage growing up. Alice, true. That is true. Alice had a separate family and Robyn modeled that. True. And we just heard in the last episode, she was like, yeah, my parents didn't have. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't in the last episode. Sorry. It was in one of the earlier seasons. She said, my parents didn't have that great of a marriage either. They struggled. That's what she said. She said they struggled a lot in their marriage. Not that they didn't have a great marriage, but I mean, semantics. Yeah, let's see. Tomorrow Rain said, Cody's father did not agree with Cody's marriage to Christine. What? Really? Because he believed Cody was not handling his 2 marriages well. Where did that come from? Was that also in the episode? How did I miss that? He kept adding wives till he found the one who he could use as an escape. True. But what Is that Tomorrow Rains? Where is that coming from, though? That's the first I'm hearing about this. Let us know. I don't know. Where did that come from? I doubt that that was on the show. I don't think Cody would have wanted that on the show. And I doubt that the dad said anything. Like, is that like gossip or is that factual from somewhere? You heard the same, but it like facts, or are we talking about gossip? I don't know. Well, if anyone can find the facts, like where someone actually said it, let us know. Put it in the comment section. All right. So, listen. Do you guys remember? We got to go over this because this is a bonus clip for all of my really OG watchers. Okay, if you watched last episode, something epic happened. Okay, and it all started. Let me break it down. It started with Mama Cat. Okay, we were going over the purity speech yesterday, and Mama Cat said. Actually, Sarah K highlighted it. So thank you, Sarah K, because this wouldn't have happened without you. Sarah K highlighted it for us and said, Mama Cat for the win. And so, of course, naturally, I had to find out what she was talking about. And here it is. Mama Cat said, Mama Cat, are you here, by the way? Shout out to you. Mama Cat said, what is this drawing on the whiteboard behind Robyn? Now, we were at a loss, okay? We were trying to have pure thoughts here as to what it is. My thought was that maybe it's a drawing of Elmer's glue. Remember, like in grade school, the Elmer's glue in a bottle and it's like squirting out. Okay, that was my thought. Well, now I can tell you the mystery is solved. Okay, are you guys ready for this? I was able to find the full-size version of the board. We got it. Are you guys ready for this? Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. Okay, here it is. 3, 2, 1. So now we have double. We have double. Okay, we have double. I'm going to zoom in for you guys. Can you see what this is? Do you guys know what this is? Someone thought it was like a purity. Someone thought it was a purity, something about like a purity symbol or something. Okay. So, and remember, this is about a purity talk, right? So I got another shot. I got the zoom in. Okay. Here we go. Okay. All right. So I am about to solve the mystery for you guys. Are you guys ready for it? Here it comes. Actually, before I do that, exactly, like, what is that, right? It was insane. It was insane. We had the best time going over this last night. Okay. Oh, you guys are funny. Okay. I've solved the mystery. And I'm going to give myself kudos. You can roll the tape back because this is what I thought it was. Are you ready? We're going to solve the mystery in 3, 2, 1. It was Peyton. It was a baby Peyton. And look, it's upright. It's not to the right. I guess maybe Cody had put it down and then he put it over on the side. But now this looks different to me. I'm still not sure what the hell this is. Let me just go back. So Peyton drew it. Well, I think he drew it. Obviously, the kids had something to do with it because that's what I thought. I was like, oh, well, maybe the kids were bored while they were waiting because all of them, they say that they're bored during church service at home. So maybe they were drawing on the board. Bingo. That's what it ended up being. But let's just go back to the big. Now, so it's definitely supposed to be upright. I still don't know exactly what it is, but it makes it definitive what it is not. And I think that's all that we care about. So anyway, mystery. Mystery is solved. We did it. You guys are amazing. What an epic show. You guys, thank you so much for being here. And I'm sorry about the snap, crackle, and pop. But listen, what am I supposed to do? There, I don't know what the hell that was. I really don't. But you can, if you want to, uninterrupted, just go to my main channel. I will link that in the comment section and in the description, so you can watch it by yourself without any of the snap, crackle, pop. But it may not be as fun. I'm just saying. I love when we hang out together. This has been epic. Absolutely epic. Yes. Thank you so much for coming. And let me make sure. Darlene said, where is it? Darlene. Where are you, Darlene? Why can't I find it? What was it? Devil, Cody, and Monty Python, I think. Okay. So have a great night. Happy birthday, KM. Early birthday. And we're going live tomorrow. No, we got to talk about Mary and the quilt, and there's still some Mary and Cody dynamic. We're going over that tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Have an excellent one. Please like the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and we will see you very soon. Let's see. I got to find this. Where is it, Monty? There it is. All right. Bye, guys.